So today for our warm-up, we're going to go ahead and solve inequalities with one variable and then go ahead and graph that on a number line. So let's go ahead and take a look. There's nothing to combine like terms on either side. So we're going to move our smallest to the largest. So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides of our inequality. And we have 7x minus 2x gives me 5x minus 2 is less than 3. I'm going to add 2 to both sides, and that gives me 5x is less than 5. We're going to finish by dividing both sides by 5. And so my inequality is x is less than 1. Okay, now remember, if I was dividing by a -5 instead of a 5, I would need to flip the inequality. So remember, if you're multiplying or dividing by a negative, you need to flip. Now, taking a look at this, I can see that I have a less than. Remember, if it's a less than or a greater than, I'm going to have an open circle. If it's less than equal to or greater than equal to, I'm going to make a closed circle at that point. So we have a 1. And at 1, we're going to have an open circle. So an open circle at 1 because it is less than. I shade the side that looks like the inequality, and we also know that less than's to the left. And then I go ahead and connect the two. Now, that means that 1 is going to make this inequality false. However, 0.9 is going to make it true. -22 is going to make it true. Anything that starts here at 1 but not including 1 going forever to the left is going to make this inequality true. Okay, so we have 1/3 x is greater than 2. So I am doing 1/3 times x. And whenever we have a fraction, we don't have to divide by 1/3. We can simply multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3/1. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3/1. 3/1 times 1/3 is 3/3, which is 1. 1 times x is x. 2 times 3 is 6. So we have x is greater than or equal to 6. So we're going to go ahead and put that on our number line. So because it's greater than equal to, that tells us to do a closed circle at 6. It's greater than is to the right. Remember, we can also look at that and shade the arrow that looks the same. So this is the graph of my solution. And so this one actually includes 6. So if I plug in a 6, it's going to make this statement true. So that's what that closed circle means. It's a part of the answer. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and solve for m in this case. And we're going to distribute. 3 times 2m is 6m. 3 times -1 is -3. Minus 5m is less than -1. 6m minus 5m is m. So m minus 3 is less than -1. And now I'm going to go ahead and add 3 to both sides. And so m is less than 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and graph that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. Less than is an open circle. So we're going to have an open circle at 2. Less than is to the left. And there is our inequality. Once again, 2 is not a part of the answer, but 1.9999 is. Okay, our last one here. We're going to go ahead and subtract 2k from both sides. And our variables go away. So what we have left is 3 is less than 1. Once our variable goes away, we ask ourselves, is this true? Once again, if the answer is yes, then your answer is going to be all real numbers. If your answer is no, this is not true, then there's going to be no solution. Now, in this case, 3 is not less than 1. 3 is greater than 1. So our answer for this problem is no solution. And the way that we graph a no solution is we kind of set it up like we would so we know we've looked at it. And then we leave it completely blank. If our answer was all real numbers, then we would shade the entire number line, including both arrows.